Iman Gadzhi is 25 years old with over $100 million in net worth, and I took it upon myself to study his genius digital monopoly strategy and how he's been able to accumulate all this wealth and all this success. And so first things first, personal brand is by far the most valuable asset, not only in your business, but in your entire life. Okay, and so Iman understood this, and here's how he used it to his advantage. And essentially, there's 4 phases of Iman's digital monopoly strategy. Phase 1 is do something notable and document it, and here's exactly how Iman did it. And so in Iman's early stages, he was working to make his SMMA successful, his online digital marketing agency, okay, which in and of itself is a business that produces cash flow. But what's even smarter is that he was documenting his journey and building his biggest asset, which is his personal brand, okay. And so he was building his agency, he was signing clients, and he was showing the world exactly how his journey is going and showing everyone how he's able to get the results that he was getting. He was positioning himself as an authority figure. Okay, for example, 3 things I learned making 100K by 17 years old. In this video, not only he provides value, but he's seen as an authority figure because of the success he's accumulated. Okay, so phase 1, simply doing something notable and documenting it so he can position himself, or you can position yourself as an authority figure in the space. Now, the next thing that Iman did in phase 2 was actually monetize his brand and authority. Okay, and so he had his personal brand, and he was already positioned as an expert in a certain market, okay, the agency, the SMMA market. And so what he needed to do now was to actually monetize his brand and create a product that's parallel with his brand. And so, like we recognized in phase 1, he was actually documenting his journey, for example, showing, him traveling, him closing clients, but now he pivoted more towards educational content and teaching people from an authority standpoint of how he did it, okay? And so what does this allow him to do? It allows him to scale using the Tesla model, and I'm about to explain exactly how that works. And so when Elon was first building Tesla, they didn't start with a low-cost, high-production car. So essentially, they didn't start with a low-ticket offer, a cheap car, a cheap product. Instead, they started with a high-cost, lower-production car, a high-ticket offer, okay? So they can make less cars and make more money because they priced it at a premium. But why do they do this? First of all, in the manufacturing space, scaling production is extremely hard, and it is much easier to create a car that is more valuable and sell that to fewer people. And selling a higher-cost car, which was the Roadster, as Tesla's first product, boosted the actual status of the brand. Since the first product they were selling was a premium product, quote unquote luxurious product, they were able to position themselves as a premium company, a premium brand, and which has a huge benefit in and of itself. And they're also selling an expensive product to fewer people, which allowed them to collect more profits and also created a customer base of high net worth individuals, which can both be leveraged when they create new products down the value ladder. Okay, and so if they have a customer base of people with a lot of money down the line, if these customers stay loyal, if Tesla keeps delivering high quality products, then when they create cheaper products, more than likely these people are going to purchase. Okay, and so what does this look like? How do we translate this into the world of creating content? Well, I would highly recommend you start by creating YouTube content. Okay, first of all, YouTube is a platform where you can provide the most value with your audience because they spend the most time with you. Longer format videos. This is where people who are trying to get educated spend their time on YouTube, most likely not scrolling on Instagram Reels or TikTok. But this is a platform where people spend the most time with you. And here's how to implement the Tesla playbook into building your personal brand. So in the beginning, 0 to 1 million, you want to solve a specific narrow problem in your content to a specific avatar, solving a specific problem for a specific avatar. And so, for example, you want to sell high ticket offers to less people, small and quality audience. The same way that Tesla was selling a higher ticket car, a more premium car to less people, you want to do that with your offer, okay? And so this phase 2 is 0 to 10 million. You want to broaden your content so it appeals to more people. And I'm going to show you exactly down the ladder in this video how Iman did that and how he did that with his different array of products and services that he's introduced to his product line, okay? And so you want to sell lower to mid-ticket offers to more people once you have a bigger audience. Okay, and you want to sell something that's unique, sticky, expensive air. And what that means is you want to create a product that has no marginal cost of replication, that is able to retain people, and it's able to position yourself differently from all your competitors. So that way, if you have a big audience, each time you sell your product, it's pure profit. Okay, and so that's exactly how you translate the Tesla model into creating content and building your personal brand. And so far in phase 1, Iman was building his SMMA, signing clients, making money, and he was documenting it. Okay, so he was starting to position himself as someone who can build a business and someone who's knowledgeable and expert in this space. From there, he started to monetize his brand from pivoting more towards educational content, educating people on how to do what he did up here. And he started monetizing his brand with digital products, courses, basically products that have zero marginal cost of replication, unique, sticky, expensive air. So every time someone bought from him, he can be sitting on his couch watching Netflix, with his girlfriend or whatever, and someone could spend $2 grand, $6 grand, $10 grand, and he wouldn't notice because he was selling courses. He already created the asset, and it works for him forever. Okay. And so that's, especially when you have a big audience, you have, audience, I think Iman has like 5 million subscribers right now. When you have that big of an audience, you want to sell something that, you can sell to 10 million people without having to, put in a single source of effort once you've already created the product. Okay, and so that's phase 2. So now phase 3 is leveraging his brand to invest into the biggest trends. And so what is the current biggest trend? Well, if you look back at all the different opportunities that have existed in the online marketing space, 2021 it was digital products, 2022 it was Facebook ads. Iman leveraged basically all these. He was selling, pitching digital products back in the early stages. Then he started pitching on starting an SMMA selling Facebook ads. Then it became short form content, and now it is AI. But we have to take a look deeper. Okay, and by the way, if you got involved in any of these trends during these time periods, you would have made a shit ton of money. Okay, excuse me for my language, but it's true. And so if we look at the internet, so the internet is what enabled all these micro trends to happen under it. So the internet is basically an overarching macro trend. It's the umbrella to these smaller trends that it enabled. Okay, because without the internet, digital products, Facebook ads, short form content would not have been able to happen. But we have to take a look at AI. Is AI a micro trend on the same level as these three, or is it a macro trend on the same level as the internet? Okay, it's a macro trend. It's on the same level as the internet. The same way that the internet enabled different micro trends like Facebook ads, digital products, short form content, SMMA, etc. AI is going to enable the same thing. Now we're seeing with AI voice dialers, with different sorts of automations, chatbots. The AI is a macro trend that's going to enable a ton of micro trends under it, and it's going to be massive. It's going to be absolutely huge. AI is a macro trend that will be even bigger than the internet. If you don't believe me, this is a study done by McKinsey. It basically says that by 2020, the internet added up to $10 trillion of values to the global economy. Okay, and just by 2030, AI is estimated to add up to $15.7 trillion to the global economy. Okay, so within 5 years, AI is already estimated to have provided more value and made more money than the internet. Okay, so it's going to be bigger than the internet. So imagine by 2040, 2050, what the numbers are going to be. It's going to be insane. And Iman knows this. Okay, he's smart. Okay, he knows this, and so he's going all in on it. Okay, I don't know if you've been looking at Iman's videos recently, following his social media pages, but he's been making a lot of big moves. Recently invested in WAP, but even bigger than that, he's going all in on AI. Okay, one aspect of it is him selling AI info products. So within a few days, he's going to be holding an event where he talks about how to sell digital products by creating them using AI, by using AI, leveraging AI to create the entire business for you. And if you know Iman, he always holds these events where there's sort of a different theme behind them. He had an event where it was like digital sovereignty, how to free yourself from the matrix. Another one, how to build a personal brand. The thing that makes this one unique is that this time he's actually an investor into an AI product called Synthesize.ai. And essentially what this does is with one click of a button, with one prompt, it creates your entire info product business for you using AI. And here's where you have to be careful. What this does is this essentially lowers the barrier to entry to starting a business, starting an info product business. And so if you're just someone who's selling info products, you're in trouble, because what this is going to do, him holding this event is going to create 10,000, 20,000 new businesses selling info products. And so it's flooded with competition. It's going to get more saturated. And so the way you avoid this is you want to play higher barrier games where not everyone who watches this is able to start. Okay, different opportunities where it takes more effort upfront to start it, but in the long run there's less competition, which actually makes it easier for you to succeed in the long run. Okay, and so I have tons of videos talking about how to sell AI infrastructure to local businesses, how to sell valuable solutions, AI solutions to businesses that not everyone is willing to get into, because it does take effort upfront, but in the long run it's easier to succeed. Okay, as you can see, Iman is clearly going all in on AI. And so what is phase 4? Phase 4 is expansion, and here's exactly how he does it. So Iman has different videos and channels for different purposes, and here's what it looks like. So he has this main channel where he gives, broad business advice, mainly for beginners. And what is he selling on this main channel? What are the main products that he drives all his traffic to? The first one is his low ticket offer, which is Digital Launchpad, which is, I think, $37 per month. You join it, you learn every month. There's a bunch of courses in there. And then also the events that he holds, he mainly talks about them on his main channel, and he drives the traffic from his main channel. Okay, so this is sort of the mid-ticket channel where he has a large audience, and it's a wide array of people who can't afford anything to people who can afford his most expensive services. And so he provides broad general business knowledge for a broad audience where he sells broad offers. Okay, and then if we go this way, he has a business channel with only 20K subscribers. I think right now it might be around 40-50K subscribers. But what is the point of this? Okay, on this channel, if you check it out, he actually provides really valuable, highly actionable advice on how he built his personal brand, different strategies to retain customers, how to increase profit margins, things that necessarily people who are watching these videos, people who watch mindset videos, people who watch beginner business videos might not be interested in, because because they don't understand it fully. But someone who's run a business, someone who's gone through these problems will find these videos valuable. And so where is he driving his traffic from this channel? He's driving it to his high ticket offer. Okay, this offer he mentioned it's 18K to get into this program. It's a personal branding program where he teaches you all his strategies, how to monetize your audience, all that good stuff, but at a higher level, at a higher echelon. Okay, and so this is for people who already have money, who already run a business, who are running into these specific problems where he provides value on and how he helps you solve them in his content. And then for those people who have money who watch that content, this is going to be more of an appealing offer to them, a higher ticket offer for them. But it's the same, he's playing the same game. This is still leverage for him. This is still mostly content and systems and assets that are already built out, but for a different audience. And that's why he's creating this content. Okay, but if we go on the other end of the spectrum, we have his lifestyle channel. Now this is completely just general. It's not even business content. It's lifestyle content. This is the channel where he's traveling, he's going on yachts, he's driving his cars, flexing his watches. But what is the point? Why is he making that content? The reason why he's making that content, the reason why he's making lifestyle content is because of his lifestyle products. Okay, he has a company called Gadzhi where he sells eyewear, he sells glasses for maybe like on the premium side, 80, 100, 120 bucks. And then he also has an energy drink brand where he just sells energy drinks. Okay, and so that's the reason why he promotes those products in these videos. He's wearing his Gadzhi glasses, he's drinking his energy drink in these videos, and he's subtly promoting it in his lifestyle content. He's attaching this type of lifestyle, the rich life, towards these brands, okay, which is positioning it as a premium brand. And so that's why he has different channels. He has this main channel for his broader, more general sort of products and programs. He has this business channel for his high ticket program where he provides specific actionable advice, and he also has his lifestyle channel for his lifestyle products that anyone can buy. Okay, anyone who wants to be like Iman, anyone who wants to be someone that's young and has a lot of money. Okay, and so what I'd recommend is if you want to scale with the Tesla model, you start off by creating this type of content. Okay, because when you're creating this type of content, see, even though he only has 20,000 subscribers, I guarantee you he's probably making 5-10 million from this one product alone from that audience. Okay, obviously he already had a channel with 5 million subscribers, so it's easier for him to build up this audience because he already has the brand. He's Iman. Anything he does, it's gonna gain traction. But in the beginning, when nobody knows who you are, start by creating this content, because even with 500, 1,000 subscribers, making 50, 100K per month is much easier opposed to if you're creating this type of content. Okay, and so that's basically Iman's strategy. That's the 4 phases he went through. That's how he monopolized this entire, online info product space and SMMA space. It's his entire journey, his entire strategies. And so if you want, first link in the description, you have the opportunity to book a free one-on-one AI value call with me. Like I mentioned, AI is the biggest trend. It's on the same level as the internet, and Iman's going all in on it. Everyone's going all in on it. Go to your favorite guru's YouTube channel. You'll see that they're probably talking about AI. It's because it's going to change everything. There's already a demand for it, but there's not enough supply to fulfill that demand. And so if you want to learn and if you want help on how to sell AI offers, AI infrastructure offers for upwards of 10, 15, 20K per package to local businesses, to local markets, then click that first link in the description to book a free one-on-one AI value call with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.